وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد. It is a mercy and blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He lets us come to gatherings that are held only for the sake of Allah, inshallah. These gatherings are one of the very potent ways, very strong ways to gain the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said, وَجَبَتْ مُحَبَّتِي لِلْمُتَحَابِّينَ فِيهِ وَلِلْمُتَجَالِسِينَ فِيهِ وَلِلْمُتَبَازِرِينَ فِيهِ وَلِلْمُتَزَاوِرِينَ فِيهِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said through the words of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes His muhabbat, His love incumbent, necessary for those people who love each other only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And those who sit together and do a majlis for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For the لِلْمُتَجَالِسِينَ فِيهِ, who do this word majlis has come from the hadith. That they do a majlis for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They sit together for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَلِلْمُتَزَاوِرِينَ فِيهِ, and those who visit each other, who go to see each other for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And those who spend on each other for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said that these things, these four things make the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala incumbent. Our goal in life should be that we recognize Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we recognize Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with His love. Because if we don't love someone, it is very hard for us to do what they are asking us to do. It's very hard, actually impossible for us. If we have no love for someone, then we have no reason to do as they are saying, as they are telling us to do. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned a lot of punishments in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned a lot of rewards in the Quran. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has told us about the attributes of jalal of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, of azmat, of grandeur of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And those are there to make us recognize Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to make us understand who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is. And the one thing that will bring us to, that will bring our nature to do as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands us to do, and as the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has commanded us to do, that is the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the love of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So these gatherings carry a great, they have a great secret within them, and we don't understand them. But if we come here regularly, we slowly and gradually, nobody yields a stick here, nobody pushes you to do anything, but only by the sake of coming to the gatherings of the zikr and remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, automatically, without doing any conscious effort, the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grows over your personality. And because of the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, your nature becomes such that you want to obey the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And imagine if we get that, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant it to all of us and our children, our progenies and our generations to come. If we get that love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, imagine what will our state be. That our nature would want to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And to go against the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will become really hard for us. Quite the opposite of what our state is right now. That every disobedience is easy, pleasurable and colorful to us, and every obedience, be it the most simple and most basic ones such as salah, or the finer ones, they are all difficult for us. Because from inside we don't want to do it. So if we, inshallah, according to the words of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if we keep on coming to these majalis, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will, inshallah, this is not about the speaker, this is not about the place, this is not even about the exact teachings that are said or the words that are spoken. It is about the act of leaving your home and coming only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and sitting in a gathering only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hadith to this effect, multiple hadiths to this effect. That is not the topic today. I was just saying it as a preamble, so there is no reason to go into detail to this. But inshallah, we should ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us His love. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has asked, this is a beautiful dua of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has asked, "O Allah, give me your love, make yourself beloved to me more than my family, more than my family, more than my own very self, my nafs. In fact, more than everything, basically. More than the words of the Prophet ﷺ, a thirsty person loves a sip of cold water, a sip of delightful, pleasurable, sweet water. Oh Allah, give me your love more than that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us that love. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. These ayat that we are reciting last week in tafsir, so that session is not for detailed explanation of everything, every fine point. But this ayah that we read, where the Yahud and Nasara have said that we are nahnu abna'ullahi wa ahibba'uh, we are the sons of Allah and we are the beloved of Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has quoted their claim and said that these Nasara and Yahud, they say that they are the sons of Allah and they are the beloved of Allah. The very next sentence Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, ask them, why would Allah punish you if it were so? Why would Allah punish you if it were so? If it is the reality. This proves that the one who is beloved is not punished. The one who is beloved is not punished. Hazrat Hakim al-Ummat Maulana Shaykh Sa'ad Thanvi rahimahullah, may Allah bless him, he has extracted this point out of it, and this is perfectly logical, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself is saying that if they are, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling them, asking the Prophet ﷺ to challenge them, that if your claim is right, that if you are the sons and the beloved of Allah, ask them, why would Allah then punish you? Because they used to say themselves that Allah will not punish us, and if Allah will punish us, He will send us into hellfire for a very short duration. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has asked the Prophet ﷺ to ask them, if you are right, then why would Allah punish you? Therefore it is proven that those who are beloved are never punished. Those who are beloved are never punished. If a parent gives adab to their children, so if a parent disciplines their children, and for that purpose they have to be harsh with them, they have to be hard on them, in that there is hidden love. There is love hidden behind that harshness. Nobody beats their children, nobody disciplines their children because they hate them. They only do that for they want their future to be better, for they want their future to be much brighter. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts a soul of a human being in challenge, that is for their better future. That is for their better future, for their personality to be trained to further recognize Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and ultimately further fall in love with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even more. So if somebody has a connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and they have a hard time in their life, they are losing something that they really liked, they really loved, or something that they were really going after and they could not achieve it, later on in their life, if they hold true to their love with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they realize, they give shukr to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that, oh Allah, you did this to me. I was crying out at that time, I was in much pain, in much sorrow at that time when I was going through this. But when they look back, they actually give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that, Ya Allah, through that you trained me, through that you trained me. So my dear respected brothers, the challenges that come in our world, in our worldly life, they are all a training from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if we are true believers. If we have recognized that connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you have not recognized that connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then everything is hard. Everything is hardship. In fact, our ni'am are also hardship. The blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are also a hardship. Those things of plenty and abundance that we think are really good, if we are not using them to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in reality they are a hardship. Because they are going to bring out a very bad outcome for us. And we are going to find out. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. But if hardships come in our life, they are a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as my Shaykh explained it, this is kind of a remodeling of your heart. A remodeling of your heart. If a challenge comes to you in your life and you are pained by it, your heart breaks, this is because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to remodel your heart. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has Himself said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not created two hearts within the chest of a single person. So that only one heart has to be trained. That is your heart and that has to be trained. whenever you have to expand something, you have to remodel it. You have to do some sort of destruction in it. And that is the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with the mu'mineen, with the people who love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In this world, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala challenges them, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts them through sorrow and pain and agony, it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remodeling their heart for something much greater, something much bigger. Our akabirin, our mashayikh, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them, as Shaykh al-Hadith rahimahullah, whose book we read, Fadail Amal, as many as 10, if I remember correct, of his children died when they were young, died in their childhood. So if you're expecting a child and you have a miscarriage, that is very painful, very painful. But imagine children being born, coming out into this world. You've seen them, you've named them, you've played with them, you've created your dreams about them, and then they are taken away. And not 1, 2, 3, 10. But his people say that when the 10th child, when he got the news of his 10th child passing away, he actually smiled. He actually smiled. Because this is the way of the people of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They have this connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. By the 10th time, right away he was able to see. And we don't know about him, maybe he was able to see for the first time. But by the 10th time when this happened to him, he was right away able to see that Allah has put me into another challenge. And there is going to be something much better coming out of it. So my dear respected brothers, these worldly challenges, no matter how big they may be, no matter how huge they may be, they come and they go. Nothing stays forever. As Arfi Rahimahullah has said a couplet, मैं देखता ही रह गया नए रंग सुबह शाम. नए रंग means every new thing. Every subah, every sham, every morning, every evening, I see a new thing. मैं देखता ही रह गया नए रंग सुबह शाम. उम्र फसाना साज गुजरती चली गई. Our life that is full of a new story every day is going to keep on moving. It's not going to stop. Nothing is permanent in this world. This world itself is not permanent. When it comes to the punishment of the hereafter, then that is not for the mu'mineen, for the believers. That is where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning that if you are a beloved of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, why would Allah punish you? Because Allah does not punish. That is not a punish. In the hereafter, the calamity that is going to be faced is not going to be for discipline. There is nothing further after the hereafter. So there is no training there. That hardship that come in this world, they are training from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the hardship that is going to come, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us, in the hereafter, that is not training. That is azab. That is ta'zeeb, not ta'deeb. That is azab of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, torment from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, displeasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not disciplining you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us an understanding. Anyway. Last week we started the chapter of Haya, and today inshallah we'll do 2 more hadiths and then that's completed. Briefly summarizing, we had said Haya, or having shame, is a derivative of Iman. The Prophet ﷺ, if I read this hadith or not, that there was this Sahabi passing by another Sahabi, or there was two Sahabi, I can't find the hadith here, but anyway, there was 2 Sahaba who were talking to each other, and one of them was giving a lesson or advising the other one about Haya, that you should have Haya. The Prophet ﷺ, more or less, he said that leave him. Haya is a derivative of Iman. Haya is a derivative of Iman. So if you do not have Haya, if you do not have modesty or shame with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and shame with the other creations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then that means there is some defect in our Iman, some major defect in our Iman. In fact, the Prophet ﷺ, like we read last week, the Prophet ﷺ has said that Haya and Iman are very intricately connected. Very intricately connected. If one goes, the other goes right after it, right behind it. So if in our system, Haya is going away, in our family life, in our at our workplace, the kind of job that we are doing, the kind of society that we are living in, it is a source of major concern, because every environment definitely has its effect on us. If we are existing in an environment of lack of Haya, then definitely, without any exceptions, everyone who's living in that environment, be it the most pious person to have ever existed in humanity, is going to become behaya, is going to lose their haya slowly and gradually, unless if they are consciously working on their haya, consciously concerned about their haya. So this is for all of us especially, that 24/7 we are living in a society that is free of haya, that is free of modesty, that is free of shame. As we were saying last week, that this society teaches you right from a very young age that whatever is possible for you, it's not like you are able to do it, but you should do it. It is encouraged that you do it. Na'uzu billah. So if we are living in that kind of environment, imagine what kind of a concern should we have for our iman. For our iman. Because haya and iman are connected. If haya goes away, the Prophet ﷺ has said that iman goes away. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us an understanding and realization. Haya is a derivative of iman, and vulgarity or shamelessness comes from shaitan. Directly. Shaitan, a major goal of shaitan is to remove haya and modesty from our hearts. Because when you don't have haya, when you are not ashamed of what you are doing, when you are not ashamed with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when you are not ashamed with other people, then you can do whatever you want. There is nothing stopping you. That thing within you that stops you from doing evil, from going against the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's not there. The other thing is that there is a fine difference here written, which is being a person of haya, a person who has shame, who has modesty, versus somebody who is, I don't know how to say this in English, sharmila hona, being shy. So shyness is something else, and haya is something else. There's a fine difference. Being shy is something where it is a natural personality trait. It is a trait of personality that some people are naturally shy. Haya is something that is connected to iman. So haya will not be found. Modesty or shame, having shame in the sense of haya, will not be found in a disbeliever, although they may be shy. Therefore we see that there is people who are not Muslims, but they have a shy personality. Shyness is not required. Neither it is a praiseworthy attribute of the personality. Because if somebody is shy, then they will not be able to say the right thing in front of people when the time comes. In fact, haya is the quite in that at that time, having haya with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will dictate that person will say the right thing in front of people, because he has haya with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I hope I'm able to make sense of this. Sometimes you confuse these two things. That if a child is shy by birth, we sometimes say that this child has haya, or this haya is going to ruin its life. He's not going to get anywhere. That is not haya. That is shyness. Our children should be taught to deal with all sorts of environments. Not by putting them in that environment in an immature state, but by first making them strong on their belief, and then giving them a controlled exposure that comes if you live in this society, that automatically by default comes. Then when you get that controlled exposure to the society, they are able to hold firm to their belief. Anyway, the Prophet ﷺ, this one hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, عن Imran bin Husayn, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, hadith in Bukhari Muslim, الحياء لا يأتي إلا بخير. The Prophet ﷺ is saying, Imran bin Husayn radiallahu anhu से रिवायत है कि रसूल अकरम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने इरशाद फरमाया कि हया सिर्फ खैर ही को लाती है. The Prophet ﷺ has said that haya only brings good, only brings benefit, only brings the better thing. So this is that haya the Prophet ﷺ is talking about, which is having shame with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, being conscious of your acts and your constant exposure to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There being no gaps and there being nothing hidden from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hakim Akhtar rahimahullah has said a shair, where he said, जो करता है तू छुप के अहले जहाँ से, जो करता है तू छुप के अहले जहाँ से, कोई देखता है तुझे आसमां से. What you do in secret, having covered it from the people, there's someone who's always looking at you, someone who always knows you at from the sky. Sheikh Sadi rahimahullah, is a famous story of him that he had 3 students and he gave them a chicken to go and slaughter that chicken where nobody sees them. So one of them went behind a wall, one of them went into a closed room and slaughtered that chicken. One of them brought back that chicken. And when Shaykh Sadi asked him, he said that everywhere I went, there was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala watching me. This is the kind of consciousness that we have to have of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In a way, this is also one of the key achievements of tasawwuf, that you correct your personality, you correct your akhlaq. What is akhlaq? Akhlaq is our personality. You correct your personality in such a way that you live as with the constant consciousness, with the constant remembrance that I am in the eyes of my Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am constantly seen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So for the most part, we completed this chapter last time. Just making sure we did not leave any hadith. This is a hadith that I will read this hadith and then inshallah finish. The one that I just talked about. عن ابن عمر أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم مر على رجل من الأنصار وهو يعظ أخاه في الحياء فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم دعه فإن الحياء من الإيمان. हज़रत अब्दुल्लाह इब्न उमर रज़ियल्लाहु अन्हु से रिवायत है कि रसूल अकरम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम का गुज़र अंसार में से एक शख्स पर हुआ और अपने भाई को हया के बारे में कुछ नसीहत कर रहा था, तो आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने उससे फरमाया कि इस शख्स को उसके हाल पर छोड़ दो, क्योंकि हया तो ईमान का जुज़, ईमान का फल है. So this goes both ways. It is not clear in this hadith, but it has both ihtimalat, both maybe it goes both ways. So if that brother, if that sahabi was telling him not to have so much haya, not to be so shy of people, the Prophet ﷺ told him that haya is something that springs from iman. If he is mu'min, he will definitely have haya. So do not try to cut down his haya. And it may also go the other way, where that sahabi was asking him to have haya, and the Prophet ﷺ said that this comes from iman. Both lessons are found in this hadith, that haya is connected to iman. Before we conclude this chapter, inshallah, it should be mentioned that haya, to achieve haya, we should work on our iman. To achieve haya, we should work on our iman. And to work on our iman, we should sit with the people of iman. We should sit in the gatherings of iman. When we have that, our personality, like I said in the beginning, it is about the change of personality. Personality changes don't come that easy. They take a long time to come, unless Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses you with a very quick recovery. But haya will come if we sit with the people of haya. Iman will come if we sit with the people of iman. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us an understanding. Inshallah. This is a poetry of Qari Ahsan Mohsin Sahab. It's of India, I don't know where, Tallagang, I think, but I know, I can confirm later. Qari Ahsan Mohsin Sahab, beautiful poetry in simple language, alhamdulillah. Read Durud Sharif, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. And also ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us an accepted attendance to the beloved and sacred city of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Medina Tayyibah, and also the Bilad Makkah, the Haram Makkah, inshallah, for an accepted umrah, inshallah. اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. मुद्दतों से तरसता हूँ मैं, मुद्दतों से तरसता हूँ मैं, اس جگہ حاضری کے لیے مدتوں سے ترستا ہوں میں، اس جگہ حاضری کے لیے پر بچھاتے ہیں قدسی جہاں عاشقان نبی کے لیے، پر بچھاتے ہیں قدسی جہاں عاشقان نبی کے لیے، جس کا دیدار مدفن کرے، جس کی تعریف دشمن کرے، جس کا دیدار مدفن کرے، جس کی تعریف دشمن کرے، دیکھنے کو جسے من کرے، دیکھنے کو جسے من کرے، روح کی تازگی کے لیے دیکھنے کو جسے من کرے، روح کی تازگی کے لیے مدتوں سے ترستا ہوں میں، اس جگہ حاضری کے لیے، ان کا رتبہ ہے افضل ترین، رشک کرتا ہے عرش بری، رشک کرتا ہے عرش بری، ان کا رتبہ ہے افضل ترین، رشک کرتا ہے عرش بری، رشک کرتا ہے عرش بری، حق تعالی بلائے جسے، حق تعالی بلائے جسے، مقصد دوستی کے لیے، حق تعالی بلائے جسے، مقصد دوستی کے لیے مدتوں سے ترستا ہوں میں، اس جگہ حاضری کے لیے، ان کا اعجاز قرآن ہے جو فرشتوں کا مہمان ہے، جو فرشتوں کا مہمان ہے، ان کا اعجاز قرآن ہے جو فرشتوں کا مہمان ہے، جو فرشتوں کا مہمان ہے، غیر ممکن ہے ناتاب کی، غیر ممکن ہے ناتاب کی، ہر کسی آدمی کے لیے غیر ممکن ہے ناتاب کی، ہر کسی آدمی کے لیے، دو جہاں کی حکومت کرے، انبیاء کی امامت کرے، انبیاء کی امامت کرے، دو جہاں کی حکومت کرے، انبیاء کی امامت کرے، انبیاء کی امامت کرے، کیوں نہ ہم ان کی طاعت کریں، حاضری کے لیے پر بچھاتے ہیں قدسی جہاں عاشقان نبی کے لیے میرے اپنے بھی اغیار ہیں زندگی میری دشوار ہے زندگی میری دشوار ہے میرے اپنے بھی اغیار ہیں زندگی میری دشوار ہے زندگی میری دشوار ہے ایک نگاہ کرم چاہیے ایک نگاہ کرم چاہیے اپنے اس امتی کے لیے مدتوں سے ترستا ہوں میں اس جگہ حاضری کے لیے قلب محسن پریشان ہے کون لیتا ہے اس کی خبر کون لیتا ہے اس کی خبر قلب محسن پریشان ہے کون لیتا ہے اس کی خبر کون لیتا ہے اس کی خبر کچھ بھی مشکل نہیں ہے مگر کچھ بھی مشکل نہیں ہے مگر دو جہاں کے ولی کے لیے کچھ بھی مشکل نہیں ہے مگر دو جہاں کے ولی کے لیے مدتوں سے ترستا ہوں میں اس جگہ حاضری کے لیے پر بچھاتے ہیں قدسی جہاں عاشقان نبی کے لیے These last two couplets, the Prophet ﷺ himself has said that when somebody comes to the place where the Prophet ﷺ is in Medina, the Prophet ﷺ listens to their salam directly. And if somebody sends a salam to the Prophet ﷺ from far away, then angels are appointed that take that salam to the Prophet ﷺ. Similarly, the Prophet ﷺ also makes dua for his ummah and the specific people that need it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us connection with the Prophet ﷺ. Inshallah, we'll make dua now. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. Ya Allah, please forgive our major and minor sins, those that we committed in private or in public. Ya Allah, please forgive them all. Ya Allah, those that we committed and we remember, and those that we did and we forgotten. Ya Allah, you are Alim and you are Khabir. You know everything, Ya Allah. Nothing is hidden from your knowledge. Nothing is hidden from your sight. Ya Allah, please forgive everything, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, that which you know better than us, Ya Allah. Please forgive that, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, your Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam has given us a lot of hope, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, he has told us that if your slaves make this land full of sins, Ya Allah, and they fill the space with sins, Ya Allah, and disobedience, still when they come back to you, Ya Allah, when they ask you, Ya Allah, with full belief that you are there and that you can forgive their sins and you are the only one who can forgive their sins. Ya Allah, you forgive all of it, Ya Allah. You forgive all of it, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, today we come back to you, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we have stood before you, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we have raised our hands before you, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, we are thinking about you, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we're talking about you, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, please have mercy on us, Ya Allah. Please have mercy on us, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, please have mercy on us, Ya Allah. Do not turn us away from your mercy, Ya Allah. Change our lives from disobedience to that of obedience, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, forgive our sins, Ya Allah, and protect us from all disobedience in the future as well, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, if we ever commit a sin, if we ever falter, Ya Allah, if we ever make a mistake, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, you are still our Allah, Ya Allah. You are still our Ilah, Ya Allah. We still have nobody to go to, Ya Allah, except you, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we can keep on running away, Ya Allah, but you are still our Allah, Ya Allah. You are still our Allah, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, mercy is hidden within your name, Ya Allah, and mercy is apparent from your name, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, please have mercy on us, Ya Allah. Pull us back to you, Ya Allah. Pull us back to you, Ya Allah. Do not let us, Ya Allah, go astray for a very long time, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, do not let us be, Ya Allah. Do not leave us, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, do not give us up over to the shaitan, Ya Allah. Do not give us up over to our hawa, Ya Allah, to our nafs, Ya Allah, to our desire, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, do not, Ya Allah, do not let us despair in your mercy, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, shaitan wants us to despair in you, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, never let that happen, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, you pull us back, Ya Allah. And Ya Allah, you are perfect. Whatever you do is full of perfection, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, once you pull us back, Ya Allah, you make us stick to you, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, you pull us back with your perfectly strong force of attraction, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, you make us stick to you, Ya Allah. Stick to your path, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, make us stick to it, Ya Allah. No matter how hard we try to run away, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, you do not let us run away, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, you make us prisoners of your love, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, forever and ever, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, give us life on your love, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, give us death on your love, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, when the time comes for us to depart from this world, make it the best time of our life, Ya Allah. Make it the time in which we are the closest to you, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, give us a long life full of, Ya Allah, blessing, full of ibadat, full of ita'at, Ya Allah. And then when the time comes to pass away, when the time comes to go back, Ya Allah, make it the best time of our life, Ya Allah. Give us death in the feet of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, please accept that honor for us, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, in the whole wide world, Ya Allah, take work of deen from us, Ya Allah. But when the time comes, Ya Allah, to come back to you, Ya Allah, pull us to the Medina, Ya Allah, Medina of your Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and give us death in the feet of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, give us obedience to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya Allah, make us those who live and die for the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, on the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya Allah, whatever hardships our brothers are going through, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, please, Ya Allah, in India, in Pakistan, in Bangladesh, in Kashmir, in wherever, Ya Allah, in China, in Palestine, in Syria, wherever, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, the night of cruelty has indeed lengthened, Ya Allah. Have mercy on us, Ya Allah. Have mercy on us, Ya Allah. Turn the tide, Ya Allah. Turn the tide, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, because of our own disbelief, because of our own sins, Ya Allah, because of our own disobedience, Ya Allah, these things have come to us, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, but now we are, Ya Allah, we are returning to you, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, we have realized our mistake, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, please take away your punishment from us, Ya Allah. Give us a life of disobedience. Give us a life of obedience, Ya Allah. Give us a life of obedience. Ya Allah, those people who are sick, give them health. Ya Allah, those people who have passed away, give maghfirah to them, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, include them in the highest illiyin, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, honor them with your honor, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, those who are worried about their visas, their professions, Ya Allah, in their personal life, in their marital life, Ya Allah, you take all the hardships, all the challenges away, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Your Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said that when a gathering of your zikr takes place, you remember us back with your nusrat, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, this is what we are asking, Ya Allah. A life of obedience, a life of love, Ya Allah, with you, Ya Allah, and a life of, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, a death and a departure from this world on your love, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, please accept that honor for us, Ya Allah. Make our life easy, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, whatever things that are there that we are going through, or those that are going to come. Ya Allah, make all of them easy, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, all the challenges, Ya Allah, take them away from our life, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we are very weak people, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we are very weak people, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, the challenges that you put on us, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we fear that we may turn away from you, Ya Allah, because of those challenges, Ya Allah. We are not that strong, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we are beseeching you, we are begging you, Ya Allah. Do not put us in challenges, Ya Allah. Do not put us in challenges, Ya Allah. And those that have been decreed, Ya Allah, those that are going to come, Ya Allah, make us steadfast in them, Ya Allah. And make us, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, make those easy for us, Ya Allah. Those things that we can ask, Ya Allah, we asked. Ya Allah, please grant us those. Ya Allah, those that we did not ask, Ya Allah, we should have asked. Ya Allah, please grant us those as well, Ya Allah. All the good things that the Prophet ﷺ, all the goodness that the Prophet ﷺ sought from you, Ya Allah, please grant us that, Ya Allah. All the evil, all the harms, all the hardships that the Prophet ﷺ sought refuge from, Ya Allah, please protect us from those. Ameen, Ya Rabbal Alameen. سمعنا وطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. صلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. آمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.